Good evening. This is GMU Today with your host, Mr. Nick B. Stay tuned. D-Rob, C. Beagle, Tim, Edward Black, Pat Kaposhi, Danny Boone. I appreciate y'all subscribing. And, we're going to get right in on some of this stuff. Okay. This is from the Western Journal commentary. China's lies turned virus into a full pandemic, and who is complicit? Guys, have any doubts? Check out Epoch Times, EPOCH Times. Great newspaper. I love it, and it is the only one that is non-biased toward anything. They just simply don't do it. They're not Republican, they're not Democrat, they're not independent, they're just simply reports of news, get it out there. Report news, get it out there. Fact based. Anyway, let's get on with this. So, from the Western Journal is commentary, China's lies turned virus into a full pandemic, and who is complicit? Not who is complicit, but the WHO, World Health Organization, is complicit. Okay, this is by Jared Harris, published March 30th, 2020 at 7:33 a.m. Thanks to all the evidence. I'm doing this a little different so you'll have to excuse me. I'm using my phone to record the video. I'm using my tablet, which is about 6 years old now, maybe 7. I'm using the tablet as what I would, I'd normally read from the phone. But now I'm reading from the tablet. The tablet has... I experienced some issues last night because I originally had a late night edition of this scheduled. I was programming and recording and it wouldn't upload, so I apologize for that. Thanks to all the evidence that has escaped Chinese censors in the past few months, we are finally getting a full picture of how the COVID-19 outbreak began. Now there remains little doubt that the global coronavirus pandemic is the fault of the communist nation, a country that was enabled every step of the way by the World Health Organization. Did you get that? They were enabled every step of the way by the World Health Organization. Okay, to get a better grasp on how China's lies and Orwellian information control allowed the coronavirus outbreak to go global, we have to go back to the closing months of 2019. Okay, so they're going to take us back to 2019, the closing months. Patient 0 was discovered on December 30th, days before the government's admission that a new virus had been identified. Before the end of the month, nearly 200 people were infected. Okay. The first cracks in China's story were already beginning to form. Credible reports said the country's first case was found a month before the official date. Is that not scary? Does that not tell you guys something? Okay. And I'm going to tell you how I'm feeling about all this lockdown bullshit. So, this video is not intended. If you have kids in the room, don't allow them to watch this alone. They should watch it with supervision, because this will be heated. A heated topic. So, anyway, again, the first cracks in China's story were already beginning to form. Credible reports said the country's first case was found a month before the official date. The cover-up begins. Okay. By January 1st, labs that linked the novel coronavirus to severe acute respiratory syndrome were ordered by the central government to destroy their samples. Okay. Eliminating vital information and hurling researchers back to square one. The World Health Organization soon stepped up to bat for China. Well, who the hell are they? So we need to get rid of the World Health Organization. Now, guys, just because it sounds professional doesn't mean squat, okay? World Health Organization, we don't need it. We don't need these globalist societies running our country. Okay, now, and besides that, this creates a problem because China is a communist country. We are not. But we are having to live like the communists. Or like we're living under communism. This is bullshit. Okay. Now, Again, by January 1st, labs that linked the novel coronavirus to severe acute respiratory syndrome were ordered by the central government to destroy their samples, eliminating vital information and hurling research back to square one. The World Health Organization soon stepped up to bat for China, parroting the communist government's narrative that the virus was not contagious and was nothing to worry about. Nothing to worry about. Okay. In a sparsely populated area, this approach might have worked. Unfortunately, Wuhan is a bustling metro that serves as the crossroads of China. Traveling from Beijing to Hong Kong takes drivers directly through the city center. Going from the port of Shanghai to Chongqing, or whatever it is, the largest city in the world, also requires passing through ground zero of COVID-19 as well. With the apparent all-clear signal sounded loud and clear by both the Chinese government and WHO, it's no surprise that Wuhan held a record-breaking open banquet nearly 3 weeks after samples were destroyed to prepare for the event. Around 40,000 families cooked and prepared dishes. Life in China largely continued as it normally would. Days later, however, the government could no longer hide the severity of the outbreak. Okay, the explosion. Less than a week after the banquet, 6 Chinese cities were placed under a full lockdown, a move that shocked the world. Gotta pay attention here, okay? Gotta pay attention. Alright? And I don't care if it's Donald J. Trump that's in office as president. Pay attention to the moves they make at this time. This is not our government. This is not a way for our government to govern. Not at all. Pay attention. Excuse me, guys. I'm sorry. Man, that was rude, Nick. Sorry. Okay. Anyways, I'm done with that. I hope. And no, if anybody thought I had the coronavirus, I already had my case of corona. It was a 6-pack of Corona Light. Anyways, less than a week after the banquet, 6 Chinese cities were placed under full lockdown, a move that shocked the world. Videos of people collapsing on the streets soon went viral, escaping a network of censors, seemingly unprepared for an age where nearly every man, woman, and child had a camera-equipped cell phone. The growth of the novel coronavirus in China became exponential as hospitals became overloaded. The number of dead swords, soon swarms of crows hinted that even the mortuary system was bucking under the surge of COVID-19 cases. By February, world leaders were shutting down borders with China. President Donald Trump ordered a travel ban, a move that his enemies soon used against him. It wasn't just Democrats negatively latching on to this preventative measure. Even the World Health Organization shockingly fought against the travel restrictions, placing China's own economy above the health of the world. Alright, so, do we think President Trump knows this? I would bet he probably does, but you still can't act like a globalist if you're here for the people. You still have to toe the line. And I really hope this doesn't hurt his chances in the election. I'm telling you what, there will be no campaign donations to any of the GOP or anybody for me until all lockdowns are immediately lifted. Immediately. So you guys can shoot a text at real Donald Trump and tell him that Mr. Nick B of GMU Today says so. I won't be giving any campaign donations to any government official anywhere that's running for any office in the Michigan, in the state of Michigan, or the United States. Anywhere. Not until this is all over. And furthermore, I'm only going to spend money in limited ways. Simply going out and getting exactly what I need in groceries, exactly what I need in whatever else I need, necessities. So that's that. Let's get back on to this. Okay, so there'll be a lot to talk about tonight, so I'm going to get right into this, and I'm going to try to get it done as quickly as possible. So bear with me, because I'm reading kind of fast. So anyway, the WHO connection. WHO officials weren't content to just defend China's economic interests, but actually began praising the country for its heroic work stopping the virus. Yeah, right. We are encouraged that the steps China has taken to contain the outbreak at its source appear to have brought the world time. Whose Director General Dr. Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus said in mid-February, even though those steps have come at a greater cost to China itself. Okay, while the WHO nominally does not take sides or favor nations, the pandemic has exposed that the organization does just the opposite. Okay, the beginnings of the WHO's friendship with China could be seen 2 years ago when Ghebreyesus met with the highest level of Chinese leadership. Ghebreyesus was awed by the state of China's medical industry and infrastructure, and was especially fond of the country's Belt and Road Initiative, which promised to dump medical aid into Africa and other impoverished places. The flood of aid, it seems, would take a major load off the WHO's back. Okay, think about it. A communist country? I don't know if in my 54 years being on this earth, if I ever remember a communist country really giving aid to anybody. Somebody will have to help me out. If somebody's older than me and remembers something like that, let me know. Okay, so now here's the thing. We're gonna go ahead and get into this article. Then I'll oh, excuse me, guys. I'm all worn out. I didn't just fart. Okay, this is GMU Today, Evening Edition. I'm Mr. Nick B, your host. Okay, let's get on with this. Alright. I can't believe I said that on there. Okay, the flood of aid, it seems, would take a major load off the WHO's back. 2 years later, we can see the product of this horrible union in nearly every country in the world. China's lies have allowed the novel coronavirus to spread through the country's own population and hop oceans to hit unsuspecting nations. Okay, unsuspecting nations. This is why we don't just say, oh, everybody's nice. Okay. You think, you act accordingly. You use discernment. Oh God, this is why we need God in this country so bad. Okay, all the while, the World Health Organization seemingly allowed this to happen, only stepping in when it was too late to stop the spread. Okay, I am going to share this with my sister. I think that would be a great idea. Okay, so, make no mistake about it, this is a Chinese virus turned into a full pandemic by the lies and ineptitude of the Chinese Communist Party, and the WHO is complicit in the germ's deadly spread. The WHO, the World Health Organization, is complicit in the germ's deadly spread. I believe that 100%. Think about that. I think, for me, I believe the U.S. has the best doctors, the best technology anywhere around the world. Now, I haven't been out of the United States, so I don't know what other countries are. There may be 1-2 other countries that may have better medical treatment than we do. They might be more advanced, but I don't know. But you can take a look at Lithuania. They're a small country compared to the United States. And I think their cases are like 4, maybe 10,000, 5, maybe 10,000. Nationwide, not 15, 25,000 in every state. Not, or 25,000 one and 5,000 another, 10,000 another. Okay. This is all bullshit. You don't lock healthy people in their homes or anywhere, you don't tell a healthy person, you gotta stay home. Yeah, you don't tell a healthy person, you gotta stay home. Okay? If I'm healthy and you're healthy, what the hell are we doing in our homes? Why not go out and play? Why not go out and ride a bike? Why not go out and exercise? Why not go to the gym? Okay, you need to keep sick people away from the healthy people. That's the way it's always been done, and that's the way it should have been done this time. Period. No exceptions, no excuses, no bull. All right, so I went on with that, so I'm going to go on and. All right, so. And I'm also in this episode. This is GMU Today. I'm your host, Mr. Nick B. So bear with me, okay? We're going to get into this. It's going to be a little bit longer. I haven't put out a video in a couple of days. And so that was about China's lies turned virus into a full pandemic and who is complicit. The World Health Organization is complicit. Now I'm going to go to trending right now story. Chuck Norris warns of rebellion, martial law if America's COVID strategy doesn't change. You heard me right. Our good buddy Chuck Norris, a conservative actor. Oh, I just love it. Chuck Norris, why don't you run for president, pal? I hope he does. Because I can guarantee that Chuck Norris is very much a constitutionalist, believes in the right to bear arms, all that jazz. Now, if you live in Michigan, I want you to find the group. There's a group, I cannot remember the name of it, but find the group. They're a group in Michigan. They are fighting to get constitutional carry laws in this state. Find them and help them in whatever way you can, whether that's donations, signing their what do you call that? Not surveys, signing their petitions, whatever you can do, but find them and support them in whatever way you can. If you live in Michigan, because my take on this is we need constitutional carry laws all throughout the United States. If we were all carrying arms, this would have never happened. This would never have happened. The government would have thought twice about their actions. I guarantee you that. Okay, YouTube, let's not be silly about this. Let this video air. Those at YouTube, the YouTube management, the YouTube corporate conglomerate, I know you've got some good management there. Let's use your management skills wisely on this. This video needs to get out. This is just a different take on what is going on in this country. Nobody's hurting anybody by expressing different opinions. So, YouTube, go ahead and try to ban it. Go ahead and try to remove it. I'll just put it up over on BitChute. And then many others. But you won't know when or where or how I do it. Because I guarantee I'm more stealthy than any analytics. I'm more stealthy than any corporate bullshit management. That's not true for all of you. But, I mean, because there are some very good people managing the YouTube. But then there are other people who aren't so good. And they would like nothing better than to censor you or me. But the good ones, the ones that understand free speech, will let this go on, and they will find a way to keep it going, keep it rolling. And YouTube apparently may be suppressing my subscriber count. So please make sure you are staying subscribed. If you've already subscribed, check to make sure you are still subscribed. And do hit the notification bell for updates on any future videos. Also, please slap that like button and share these videos. I really appreciate it. If you so desire, you may donate to me. Just simply $GMU Guy. The GMU Guy is all caps. So that's my Cash App. And my cash tag is $GMU Guy. $GMU Guy. Okay, so we're going to get right into this. Another commentary by the Western Journal. Chuck Norris warns of rebellion and martial law if America's COVID strategy doesn't change. Okay. This is by Carmine Sabia, published March 27, 2020 at 6:19 p.m. Okay. The nation is gripped with coronavirus panic, but there is also fear about what is going to happen to our freedoms and our economy once the crisis is over. Okay. Once the crisis is over. The pandemic has taken its toll on the United States, and that is not lost on conservative actor Chuck Norris, who published an op-ed for WND on Monday. Guys, hit up WND and just make certain they know that you really appreciate them putting out this really valuable information. And I consider it valuable because when an actor speaks out against extreme liberalism, extreme measures, government measures, most actors in Hollywood are liberal, and we all know that. So when an actor speaks up against it, it's probably got to be something. Man, I probably should have used some makeup here. Kidding. Makeup took on camera. That's pretty bad. I didn't know. I looked like I got in a fight, but I didn't. Anyways, so the pandemic has taken its toll on the United States, and it is not lost on conservative actor Chuck Norris, who published an op-ed for WND on Monday, wondering how long it would be until we were under martial law. The actor said he believes in being prudent and also being peaceful, but he added he had tough questions to ask, which I think we all do. How did this happen so abruptly, so quickly? What the hell happened? Okay. Guys, start taking the temperature, start taking the pulse of this country, okay? And I gotta tell you, I just know deep down in my heart, God is not happy with the measures the government is taking. God is not happy. Okay. Number one thing, the sick people get isolated, not the healthy people, the sick people. And I'm going to tell you right now, I know for a fact, you can't be a carrier of any virus or anything contagious without knowing it. As soon as you get feeling, if you're going into the hospital, you knew a while back that you were not feeling right. Okay. Yeah. You might, I gotta turn it back on, because it just got dark in here. Hold on. Can't believe it was 60 minutes, guys. I'll be right there. Okay, we are back. Alright, now we're going to get right into this again. Okay. So at any rate, yes, the actor said he believes in being prudent and also being peaceful, but he added he had tough questions to ask, as we all do. Norris said he was concerned by the growing lockdown orders and curfews being enforced by law enforcement, limiting citizens' movements. Okay, if the need for citizen confinement grows and the restrictions increase, where does it end? And what excessive burden are we then placing upon law enforcement to corral even half of Americans? 150 million, he asked. Okay, and if even the smallest transgression of confinement restrictions ends up being a misdemeanor, how will officials handle tens of millions of them? Norris pointed out that if police are expected to enforce the curfews, they too could become stricken with coronavirus. Yeah, okay. And if that were to happen, not only would the hospitals be overrun with police officers, but there would also be fewer people to enforce the lockdown. But what is more frightening, as Norris stated, is that if the lockdowns last for 5 weeks or longer, citizens could fight back. How long can we allow Americans who are a freedom-loving people and patriots to be under lockdown in their own homes without working? Norris asked. Many scientists and specialists are even now calling the federal government to a 5-week national lockdown. You heard that right, and President Trump just extended the damn lockdown. So, guys, I gotta tell you, this is one time I'm extremely disappointed in our president. I'm at Real Donald Trump. I hope you're listening. I'm extremely disappointed in the entire, the local, state, and federal governments, every single one of you. I'm ashamed of you all right now. I'm absolutely ashamed of you all. Okay. Many scientists and specialists are even now, yes, calling for a 5-week federal lockdown. Okay. Do we expect the majority to simply comply? Will they have the resources and wherewithal to go the distance without resistance? No. Not us. I will resist. I will resist, and I have. And I will continue to resist. The lockdowns are bullshit. They are bullshit. Okay. These are frightening questions, but the fact is that American citizens are used to being free, and they are now being subjected to draconian restrictions on their liberties. Absolutely correct. Chuck Norris nails it on that one. Absolutely nails it on that one. Okay. State governments have taken control of the lives of millions of people, telling us where we are allowed to go, what time we have to be home, and whose jobs are essential to the state. Okay. Normally taking that kind of control of a nation would take a war, but no one fired a damn shot. I admit that. I'm sorry. I'm pissed about this. Okay, no one fired a shot, and we handed over all of our rights. We did. Now, see, for me, it kind of caught me by surprise. Never again. Never again. All right? Never, never, never again. I got a little overconfident in the president who I thought was protecting our liberties. But I can't even be sure of that right now. So, doesn't mean I won't vote for Trump. It really all depends. But I sure as hell won't vote for any libertards. When I say libertards, there may be some liberal people who are more, moderate. I'm talking, you know what the ones I'm talking about. The ones who have been there so long they can't remember where their seat is. Okay. Is there any American freedom more fundamental than the right to worship when and where we want to? No. No one is saying that some restrictions are not needed, but to many it appears we have given the government too much power too quickly. Americans are playing along for now, but the question is how much longer are they going to allow these infringements to stand? And is the government going to give all of our rights back after the nation's mayors and governors have spent a month acting as kings? That should never be a question we have to ask in America, and he's absolutely correct. But it may be the most important one. Yes, it is. Okay, so we got those done, and I'm going to share with you here a couple others. Maybe we'll do one more of these. And I'm at a point where I just don't believe anything the government tells me anymore. At this point, including President Trump. Turn this around. Reopen up the damn economy right now. And I'm probably a little bit better off than some of you because I've learned a few things prior to this. 4 or 5 years ago, my little brother was instrumental in helping me find ways around the government bullshit. I'm just going to refer to it as that, the government bullshit. Let's call it the bullshit government. Oh yes, I forgot to tell you, welcome to the new USSR. Yeah, I was going to open with that one. Yeah, right now, all over our government, they're acting like we're in the old Soviet Union. Not very good. Not very good. So, here's my thing. I want my subscribers, I would like you to do or to not do. Don't give any campaign donations to anybody, anywhere in government, until all this is over. Alright? They all have enough money, they all have enough campaign funds. They'll be fine. Alright? And then the other thing is, I guess what we could do is when you go to big corporate stores, buy only the simple necessities you need. if we make the big corporations feel the heat, okay, they may step in and say, look, we got to reopen the economy, do it now, or we will. Big corporations kind of, they may not be as rich as the billionaires out there, but I think they have a lot of leverage because of who they are and how long they've been in business and all that stuff. That even includes Kmart, Youngers, all of them. But your Walmart, your Myers, and your, Kmart's still a pretty big organization. Even as many stores as they knocked out of their chain, which I think was stupid of them. And I'm a former Kmart employee, so just for instance, the store I worked in was doing great. It was in northern Michigan, and it was doing great. They never bothered to check on statistics or logistics or, where are customers from other stores going? Are they just going to the competition, or are they maybe seeking out one of our other stores? That happened to be the case for the store I worked in. All the way from Detroit all the way to northwest Michigan. Okay, and I live in kind of the northwestern sector of northern Michigan. Let's not get weird because I said that, okay? Let's just don't get weird. Alright, so we got that done. Oh, guess what I found? Y'all like this one. Watch this. Oh, already? Okay, we're at 31 minutes. I'm going to have to get on with this. This might be an hour-long episode, so bear with me. Coast Guard responds after armed mob forces man into quarantine, reports. Okay. This is by C. Douglas Golden, published March 30th, 2020 at 9 a.m. It's unfortunately easy to lose a sense of proportion when dealing with the coronavirus crisis. Asking people from other states to self-quarantine if they arrive in your area isn't the worst idea in the face of the COVID-19 epidemic, allegedly forcing them into self-quarantine by assembling a mob and dragging a downed tree across a driveway, a bit disproportionate. Yes, it is. Not a bit. A lot. Perhaps it's just the fact that the folks in Haven, Maine live on an island and think they can keep the disease at bay by intimidating everyone from the outside world who arrives in order to get them to self-quarantine or get out. These kinds of extreme measures didn't even work in the Mask of the Red Death, and I'm going to guess they're not going to work here if reports are accurate. Yes, it may dissuade people from visiting the island. However, avoiding coronavirus from jail seems a bit more difficult. And let's be clear, that's where some residents of the Haven should be spending some time if this is true. I would say so. And I'm not going to read any more of that one, guys, because you can kind of figure that out. Give me just 1 minute here. I got to go off camera for a second. Okay, now we're going to get right into this, and I am going to, this is sort of a little bit of a teaching episode here. I'm going to read all about the human immune system. How about that, huh? Okay, so here we go. Okay, so all right, now I'm going to tell you right now. Okay, now this is the human immune system, all right? The immune system is a host defense system comprising many biological structures and processes within an organism that protect against disease. To function properly, an immune system must detect a wide variety of agents known as pathogens, from viruses to parasitic worms, and distinguish them from the organism's own healthy tissue. In many species, there are two major subsystems in the immune system. The innate immune. Okay. The innate immune system and the adaptive immune system. Okay, now you have both innate and adaptive. All right, so you guys can, if you're pretty smart, you can figure out what the word adaptive means. And the innate is probably, I don't know, more stable, more kind of directs or gives orders. I don't know. But we'll find out more about that. Both subsystems use humoral immunity and cell-mediated immunity to perform their functions in humans. The blood-brain barrier, cerebrospinal fluid barrier, and similar fluid-brain barriers separate the peripheral immune system from the neuroimmune system, which protects the brain. Okay. Pathogens can rapidly evolve and adapt and thereby avoid detection and neutralization by the immune system. However, multiple defense mechanisms have also evolved to recognize and neutralize pathogens. Even simple unicellular organisms such as bacteria possess a rudimentary immune system in the form of enzymes that protect against bacteriophage infections. Other basic immune mechanisms evolved in ancient eukaryotes and remain in their modern descendants, such as plants and invertebrates. These mechanisms include, I'm going to do my best at this word, phagocytosis, antimicrobial peptides called defensins, and the complement system jawed vertebrates, including humans, have even more sophisticated defense mechanisms, including the ability to adapt over time to recognize specific pathogens more efficiently. Adaptive or acquired immune creates. Okay, adaptive or acquired. Did you understand that? Did you hear that? Acquired. Adaptive or acquired. Meaning your immune system can kind of grow in its knowledge and its wherewithal of fighting viruses. Okay. So here we go. Including humans have even more sophisticated defense mechanisms, including the ability to adapt over time to recognize specific pathogens more efficiently. Adaptive or acquired immunity creates immunological memory. Okay, immunological memory. All right. So your immune system has some kind of memory where it can actually recognize when you end up picking up a pathogen or a virus from somewhere or somebody else. If it was the same virus that you may have gotten prior to that, to this recent encounter. All right. Now, so it creates an immunological memory after initial response to specific pathogens, leading to an enhanced response to subsequent encounters with the same pathogen. This process of acquired immunity is the basis of vaccination. Disorders of the immune system can result in autoimmune disease, inflammatory disease, and cancer. Immunodeficiencies occurs when the immune system is less active than normal, resulting in recurring and life-threatening infections in humans. Immunodeficiencies can either be the result of genetic disease, such as severe combined immunodeficiencies, acquired conditions such as HIV, AIDS, or the use of immunosuppressive medication. In contrast, autoimmunity results from a hyperactive immune system attacking normal tissues as if they were foreign organisms. Okay, common autoimmune diseases include Hashimoto's thyroiditis, rheumatoid arthritis, diabetes mellitus type 1, and systemic lupus. Sorry about that. Some of these words. Yeah. immunology covers the study of all aspects of the immune system. So really, the only ones who could really explain this the best are the immunologists. Immunologists, okay? Because they work with your immune system, and they specifically work with your immune system, okay? I don't know, but I doubt Anthony Fauci is an immune system specialist. Okay, I doubt it. But I'm going to find out. I'll do some research on that, and I'll come back with the video on it. If I'm wrong, I'll let you know. But if I'm right, I'll also let you know. Oh, guess what? Your immune system even has a layered defense. The immune system protects organisms. You notice on the first part of the article, they mention rheumatoid arthritis. So you can have a compromised immune system with rheumatoid arthritis. Now, I have extensive arthritis in my body. But I apparently don't have rheumatoid because my immune system, thank God, is so strong. You know, it is just, I feel incredibly blessed by that. I mean, and I think my immune system is even trying to fight off the arthritis. It's just like, wait a minute, this is, we gotta work on this. You know, as, you know, when I was younger, as I was growing up, because I had such poor knees, my body was attempting to help other places in my body that it thought needed, my immune system was, in places it thought it needed more of the calcium. Well, ironically enough, that takes over your teeth. Okay. So anyway, now we're going to get into the layered defense. The immune system protects organisms from infection with layered defenses of increasing specificity. In simple terms, physical barriers prevent pathogens such as bacteria and viruses from entering the organism. If a pathogen breaches these barriers, the innate immune system provides an immediate but non-specific response. Innate immune systems are found in all plants and animals. If pathogens successfully evade the innate response, vertebrates possess a second layer of protection, the adaptive immune system, which is activated by the innate response. Here, the immune system adapts its response during an infection to improve its recognition of the pathogen. This improved response is then retained after the pathogen has been eliminated in the form of immunological memory. Ugh, that's a tough one. That's a tongue twister. Immunological memory. That's all I'm going to say it. And allows the adaptive immune system to mount faster and stronger attacks each time the pathogen is encountered. Ta-da! Oh, this is on Wikipedia, so I'm just simply stating information that's out there already. And boy, if YouTube has a problem with this video, they're kind of local. All right. Both innate and adaptive immunity depend on the ability of the immune system to distinguish between self and non-self molecules. In immunology, self molecules are those components of an organism's body that can be distinguished from foreign substances by the immune system. Conversely, non-self molecules are those recognized as foreign molecules. One class of non-self molecules are called antigens, short for antibody generators, and are defined as substances that bind to specific immune receptors and elicit an immune response. Now, I hope you guys heard that. Antigens, antibody. So apparently we already have some antibody in our bodies, but there's also antioxidants out there. I would highly recommend that. And you know, my little brother recommended something to me. He found an unopened bottle of it, because he's a caretaker, and somebody left an unopened bottle of vitamins. Well, he brought them to me, and I says, "Why don't you try these? They might help you and be easier to swallow because you won't have the pill to swallow." Well, at any rate, I am still taking those. They're spelled N-U-U-N, but they're pronounced neon. And the current ones I'm on right now are immunity. So they're just helping to build, helping to maybe strengthen my immunity. So, and that's really all that means with the vitamin, because your body already has an incredible immune system. Now, do I believe God probably gives some of us much stronger immunities, much stronger immune systems? Sure, I believe that. So anyway, let's go to specific immune receptors and elicit an immune response. Newborn infants have no prior exposure to microbes, and they're particularly vulnerable to infection. Several layers of passive protection are provided by the mother during pregnancy. A particular type of antibody called IgG, is transported from mother to baby directly through the placenta. So human babies have high levels of antibodies even at birth, with the same range of antigen specificities as their mother. Breast milk or colostrum also contains antibodies that are transferred to the gut of the infant and protects against bacterial infections until the newborn can synthesize its own antibodies. Alright, this is passive immunity because the fetus does not actually make any memory cells or antibodies. It only borrows them. The passive immunity is usually short-term, lasting from a few days to several months. In medicine, protective passive immunity can also be transferred artificially from one individual to another via antibody-rich serum. Okay, your innate immune system. Alright, I tell you what, we're at 45 minutes. Well, let's see what we can do. We got layered defense, innate immune system. Alright, I'm going to save that for the innate immune system. We'll stop right there where we'll leave off at layered defense, and then we'll go on to the innate immune system. How's that sound? We're approaching an hour on this video, and I kind of like to keep some of these short because I know a lot of my viewers probably don't have a lot of time and they like the short. But I have several videos. I have several options for you. You can tune in to. I have some episodes entitled GMU Shorts, GMU Today Shorts. They used to be just GMU Shorts, but I think I've added the title GMU Today to reflect the change in the title from past. I think it was about CB would help me on that. I think it was about a year ago I changed the title slightly. And it was his. He says, "It's a sketchy title. You got to keep it." So I did. Nobody else responded to me like that, so I thought, well, yeah, I kind of thought it was more suitable for what I needed, what I wanted. Anyway, my guys, my friends, this is really, really interesting to me. At the same time, I'm tired of the bullshit lockdowns. I'm tired of them. Watch your backs. Watch your backs. Okay? Our government has no right to do this to us. Watch your backs. Okay, YouTube. I still have the information no matter where it is. You're not going to find it. You ban this video, you delete it. I'm going to re-record it and I'll put it on BitChute. So all my subscribers, if you see this happening to me, if you see any of my videos banned or deleted by YouTube, contact me right away, please. You can also hit me up on Telegram. That's on my phone. I can't remember what my thing is. Just search for GMU Today. You might have to look for Good Morning USA, exclamation mark, because that is the old title. But I'm gonna go over there and see what's up on that and well, anyways, I would like to continue this, but we're going into like almost over an hour, so I gotta kind of cut it short. I love doing this, man. Yeah, but by the way, speaking of my channel for a minute, you guys, I hope you like the GMU Today series. Tune in for more episodes, and I'm going to try to get it as many regular as I can. Probably about 2 to 3 times a week. Do bear in mind, though, I am the only one working at this channel. I have no editors, I have no staff, I have no producers, no cameramen. I have nobody but me. Okay? Excuse me. Nobody but me. So it takes me a longer average time frame to get you a video out. Sometimes that's 2 days, sometimes it's 24 hours, sometimes it might be 5 days. I don't mean to do that, but a lot to do. I'm one person. Now I have other episodes. Like I said, I have GMU Shorts. If you're interested in the shorter version, I'll always try to do something over there, because I can do that short and within about 15 to 30 minutes. And also, please do check out and subscribe to my other channel, MNB TV. Don't unsubscribe from this channel. Keep your subscription to this channel going, as this is most likely where I'm going to keep GMU Today, with, a few episodes going over there. So just bear in mind, all right? And, excuse me, if you see another channel that looks like it's mine and it says Good Morning USA, don't pay any attention to that one, because I'm probably not ever going to use that one. I can't figure out how to delete it. But at any rate, yeah, so Mr. McB, of course at YouTube, or, Mr. McB on YouTube. And you could probably also just search for GMU Today, ! And you might find something. Also, on MNB TV, I just released the first series called Ghost Towns in America. And there is one episode already on there, aired. I believe it is a ghost town somewhere in Michigan. So please go check it out. Do subscribe to that channel as well, but keep your subscription to this channel as well, please. Because I will hit you up in the later spring, early summer, doing some gardening videos. I'm going to start doing some tomato gardening. Also, your prayers, please, because I'm in the midst of trying to find a place to live. New move. Again. Wouldn't you know it? Again. Amidst all of this coronavirus lockdown bullshit. Okay? Don't ever look to your government like, are you here to help me? Okay? Pay attention to what Reagan said years back. The most frightening words a person can never hear are, hi, we're here from the government, we're here to help you. Yeah. I think he hit the nail right on the head on that one. Okay, now, that said, please do comment, please do slap that like button if you like this video, do share, and do subscribe. Alright guys, C. Beagle, D. Rob, Danny Boone, Tim, Edward Black. Let me start that over, because I know there's a handful of you. C. Beagle, D. Rob, the former Rob, Tim, and Dana Boone. I want to thank you for you always seem to hit me up with a comment as many times as you can. And Tim, I don't know if you're new or not, but I thank you if you have just recently subscribed. I appreciate you coming on. And I do appreciate all the encouragement I can get. Tim, thank you very much. C. Beagle, thank you very much for the informative content in your comment. Guys, also please do check C. Beagle's comment out. Go to Quantum of Conscience. Check it out. It's got some very, very informative stuff on the coronavirus. And for goodness sakes, go get a case of Corona, light beer. Enjoy yourself, guys. Stay strong. Don't let the government win this battle. Alright? Yeah, and I'm not saying don't win against the virus. I'm not saying that, okay? But don't let the government take you for a ride that we have no idea where the ride is going. Yeah, when you're on a roller coaster, you know where that ride's going. Unless something happens, okay? And that's kind of a mishap for them, for the fare operators. Well, for you, it could be a bad mishap. Now, always pay attention to what your government is doing. Don't allow them. Don't just cave into their demands when they say we got to lock down. For what? There's no war. And this calling a virus a war. We're fighting a war against an invisible enemy. What? It's a virus. Your body, my body, fights the virus on its own. unless you're 65, 70 years old and you've got a real compromised immune system, you're going to make it. I guarantee you're going to make it. I've had the flu. Okay, I'm going to put this out on YouTube. I've been gone before, and I'm back here. Okay, I was out. I was gone. I'm not just gone, not gone to the store. But I'm here. I'm living on this earth. Okay, so I know what it's all about. All right. Sure, I got a tiny, small fraction of subscribers that many people do, but that is because YouTube is freaking messing with my subscribers. I'm certain of it. So at any rate, God bless you all. Have a great day. This is Mr. McBee, your host for GMU Today. Please do tune in to GMU Today on Mr. McBee channel. And also do subscribe to my new channel, MNB TV. Check out Ghost Towns in America, with the first episode being a ghost town somewhere in Michigan. And I have a lot of other videos. If you're not interested in the news type, there's a lot of other things. And there will be a lot more to come. But bear with me, please. I'm the only one doing this. All right. God bless you all. Have a great day. Peace out. This is Mr. McBee, your host for GMU Today. Have a great day.